Making the Move to BEVs. Green Edge by Bec Cranston, Warrandyte Unfortunately, most of us today are still filling up our cars with fossil fuels. However, the good news is that sales of fully electric vehicles in Australia have increased significantly over the past few years, and this trend is expected to continue. When I say fully electric vehicles, I'm referring to what are known as battery electric vehicles, or BEVs, which are cars powered solely by a battery rechargeable from an external source. This is in contrast to two other types of electric vehicle that are hybrid in nature, namely plug-in hybrids or PHEVs, which have both an internal combustion engine that uses petrol or diesel and an electric motor powered by a battery, rechargeable from an external source, and conventional hybrids or HVs, which have an internal combustion engine that uses petrol or diesel and an electric motor powered by a battery recharged by the operation of the vehicle itself. In the EV industry, both these types of vehicles are generally seen as offering a transitional solution pending the widespread adoption of fully electric vehicles. The Australian Automobile Association website gives the latest breakdown of sales figures of new light vehicles by fuel type. It states that in the quarter ended March 31, 2025, BEVs accounted for 6.3% of sales, PHEVs for 4.81%, and HVs for 16.21% of sales. Most sales, 72.68%, were of vehicles powered solely by an internal combustion engine. While still relatively quite low, the sales of BEVs and PHEVs are much higher than at the start of the decade. In 2020, just 0.6% of all new light vehicle sales were of BEVs or PHEVs. Last October, I attended the highly informative Electric Vehicle Expo and Seminars at the Manningham Civic Centre, organised by Rotary Manningham City. The first of the two seminars covered EV industry trends, key issues, myths, and advanced driver assistance systems. The second dealt with EV charging at home and elsewhere. And on display in the car park were BEVs of many different brands: Chery, Polestar, MG, BYD, Nissan, Toyota, Honda, Hyundai, Tesla, Renault, and Mercedes, to name just a few. The display also included one PHEV. I came away from the event impressed by the growing uptake of BEVs in Australia over recent years, the wide range of vehicles available, and the magnitude of China's EV industry, which the audience was informed involved some 200 Chinese vehicle brands. We can expect the proportion of BEV sales to increase exponentially, especially as the prices come down. Many people who previously found the cost of such vehicles, like Teslas, prohibitive, are now finding that they can buy one within their price bracket, especially from the large selection of Chinese brands. Potential BEV buyers may be reluctant to purchase one because of what is called range anxiety, which involves the fear of running out of power and not being able to charge their vehicle. This is especially an issue in regional areas that may have a lack of EV charging infrastructure. Range anxiety is presently one of the key impediments to buying a BEV, but it is being addressed as governments at all levels are supporting the growth of EV charging stations. The federal government is sponsoring a $2.4 million initiative to roll out more EV charging stations nationally, and the Victorian government has been funding the development of charging stations throughout Victoria. At the local government level, most councils are supporting the installation of EV charging stations in their respective municipalities. For example, Manningham Council is partnering with Jolt Charge and EV Networks to provide 9 additional EV charging stations in Manningham this year, powered by 100% renewable energy. Needless to say, the transition to electric vehicles should have happened much sooner. But there are exciting times ahead as more and more of us buy BEVs, save plenty of money previously spent on petrol or diesel, and greatly reduce our carbon footprints. Jeff Cranston is a member of WARRANDYTECAN, a local group that advocates for positive actions to address climate change issues. Find them on Facebook.